have to plan out your moves in the market, if not your emotions take over. Uh, we sat on the sidelines for a few, I guess, days or whatever, because I didn't feel like there was a good chance to make any good trades, and I don't want to lose money, and I know you don't. So I said I'd rather educate and talk about things that maybe you don't have time to get in a normal week, and that's what we did. But then, about 8 or 9 days ago, the market changed as that VIX started coming down, which made the price of options available to use again. You have to be careful, but the point is, I think that we were able to get some thoughts out there. Like, how many of you received the very first one when Tesla was at 250, and I said, "Hey, I think this is a good long-term buy." Did y'all see that? Yeah. And then I put out Berkshire the next day, and I think that was a good buy too. So I'm going to be looking at that as we go further into uh, May and all that. In May, I got to tell you, somebody asked me this one time in an interview. Oh, and the BIP was a good one too. BitTo was a good one. But I was asked this one time in an interview. They said, "Tom, uh, what's your favorite month of the year?" And I said, "May." And they said, "May's your favorite month of the year?" I said, "Yeah, I like I like May Day, and I like Cinco de Mayo, and I like May." Okay, so I like May. Guess what? I just checked the calendar. We got about three more days. We're done with April, and that goes into the books. Yeah, and I like the Kentucky Derby too in May. Good, yeah. And baseball gets going good, and I like what SP just said: stay in May and make some hay. Anyway, Mother's Day. That's right, William. They're in May. There's a lot of good reasons that May is going to be a great month, and I hope that we'll be able to find those opportunities. And I've got a heck of a plan, and that's what the night's about. Sunday night, getting together, thinking about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So let's get started. And I think everybody's told us where they're from. I know I'm in a great mood, and I think it's going to get better as the week progresses. So join my YouTube channel, join my Telegram channel. If you didn't see the Lou Borsalino interview, I think it's posted on YouTube, getting a lot of hits. You ought to take a look at that one. And then we got some good education there too. And then, of course, my Telegram channel, T-Buzz TV. Okay, I think that's good. All right, we have risk in the markets. We know about that. Nothing wins all the time. We illustrate trades to educate you and give you a more understanding of the process. That's the bottom line. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Folks don't know, I'm a former Air Force officer, active trader since the 70s, former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange, largest exchange in the world. I have three, I think, great books out there: Winning the Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. I think they've stood the test of time. People still, purchase them. They still, I hear people talking about it all the time. But they were, about, I guess, going on about the 20th year anniversary. They're still pretty hot books. That's good. In my opinion, if you listen, I'll go as far to say, if you listen to what I'm going to do this week and you're open-minded, you're going to make some money. That's what I believe. Now, are you going to listen? Nobody can make you listen but yourself. Listen and take the trades. I think it's going to be a good week. Now, my schedule this week, again, Monday's pretty packed. We have the Academy at 10. I have MTI with DTI at 1. The reason I wanted to do that is because I really feel like that that small class opened my eyes to some of the possibilities with MTI, and I'm going to teach that to everybody that has it Monday at 1. We'll do a little Futures First operation at 2, and then that night will be Futures First at 7 p.m., which has become a very popular place to be on Monday night. Tuesday, I have the Academy at 10, 10:45 Connected Dots, 11:30 live trading. Also, it's left off here. We need to add it at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. 3 o'clock, write this down. We have Zebra. 3 o'clock Zebra on Tuesday afternoon. Okay. Jonathan, make sure you got that down. It's left off the schedule. 3 o'clock Zebra. Wednesday, the Academy. Thanks, Adam. Wednesday, we got the Academy. I have a special Wednesday afternoon, and then 8 o'clock, wow, midweek market update. By that time, everybody ought to be smiling by Wednesday. Last day of the month, or last day of this month, trade day. And then we roll into May 1st. So that'll be a hot day, Wednesday. Thursday, the Academy, 11:30 live trading. Friday, 3 p.m. wrap up. We'll see how it goes. I might call a special flash meeting Friday, have a little room there. We'll see. But I think it's pretty good. Yeah, if you have MTI, you will be invited. If you're in MTI, David, you will be invited. I got some things I want to show you that I'm using right now very successfully. And I want to share that with everybody that has MTI. Okay? So everybody's got the schedule. Upcoming in-person classes, we have Sawgrass, June 2nd and 3rd, our big event of the year. DTI Trading Conference here at TPC this time. July the 14th and 15th, I have one futures seat open there. If you want to come, contact Barbara at DTI Trader or contact Andraka at DTI Trader. August, I have a foundation class, 4th and the 5th. October 6th and 7th, we have a futures class. That one sold out. We have an advanced class on the 13th and 14th of October. And I'll do a class, probably another futures class in December is what I'm thinking right now. That's December 1st and 2nd. That takes us through the 2025 year. So plan your schedule accordingly. We wanted to talk about that. Coming soon, let me talk about what I'm going to do. How many people enjoy Sunday night planning? How many people enjoy that? I decided, I feel like I leave a lot, I only go for, 45 minutes an hour. I thought it would be good, and I'm going to try this, and I'll try to get it put together by tomorrow and release it, but I'm going to do a weekly newsletter, okay, where I talk about key items like news that I think is important, earnings that might be important. This week we got 4 of the big boys reporting. You got Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta reporting this week. Like, not only talk about earnings, giving you key numbers for those particular stocks. I'm going to review the 7 sisters with you and tell you what's up, what's down. And I'm going to take, and I know people love the top 10 that I give every Sunday night. Well, on the newsletter, I'm going to post the best 5 of those 10, okay? With numbers and things like that, updated Monday afternoon. And then any special opportunities that you can use this week. I'm hoping it will become something that you really appreciate, but we're going to do it. And I'll get with Jonathan tomorrow. We'll put, this week's together, and then I'll let you know about it when it's available. Okay? Any questions about my thoughts on that? Don't you think it'd be great to be part of something you could go refer to on a Monday and find out after I've seen things a little bit further. You can just sit there and use that to make some money, maybe help yourself a little bit. Don't you think that'd be good to have that each week? Give me some feedback. What do you think? This is a lot of work I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, well, we'll get it out there, or we'll figure it out, but I'm gonna put it out tomorrow, hopefully. If you look at the Seven Sisters, speaking of Seven Sisters, for the E-mini, it's down 6.99%. The NASDAQ's down 8.46. The Dow is down 6.53. And the question I would have looking at these is the E-mini got enough strength in it to go up 120 points over the next 3 days? I think it does. We'll see. Gold is in correction stage. It's still up 25% for the year to put things in perspective. But, we went to 3509. I think I've got to, if it gets down, I would say to 32. Let me write this number down for gold. I got it right here, 32.37. Gets down there, I'll start thinking about being a buyer again, okay? Write that number down. I gave it to you tonight, 32.37. Crude's down about 12%. And I think if crude breaks 62.24, it throws it negative, 62.24, okay? Bonds, I've told you they're bullish. They need to get above bonds. Here's where you know TLT and everything's soaring. If bonds go above 117.09, 117.09, okay? Everybody got it? Probabilities good tomorrow, good Tuesday, good weekend on Wednesday. So we better get there, huh? We better get there. We're going to get to that monthly number in the next 2 days. Wednesday's weak, Thursday strong, May 1st, Friday strong. News this week. What do we have news-wise this week? We got consumer confidence. That's at 8:30. We got the Jokes report. Wednesday, we've got ADP, GDP. Remember, that's the first quarter GDP. That'll be a big number. PMI, PCE. You got big news there on Wednesday, April 30th. Look at that. Pretty good. That gold number is 32.37. Dex, 32.37. Pretty good stuff. Here's my 10 tickers for the week. I got NVIDIA above 114.55, the outright buy. Tesla above 292.55, outright buy. Palantir above 112 and 12.55. Berkshire above 533.55. AMD, I want to look hard at AMD again. I think it might run on us. It might be a good stock to own. TLT, 90.11, that's a bond play. NNE above 25.55. The QQQ greater than 473.55. The QQQ below 434.40. Busted dreams. If it goes below that. TQQ 57.55. That's my numbers for these 10 tickers. Now the strategy is, the strategy would be to set an alert on your computer with these numbers. Everybody have the 10 tickers? Mike, I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow. Okay. Now, we had an anniversary class that everybody said was outstanding. They argued for me to do another one. I'll probably put one in the pipeline sometime later on. I got to figure out when I'll do that. But I'll tell you one thing right now, I had a blast too, and you had to enjoy the training we did. I think it's some of the feedback was great. Thank you. Laura wrote, anniversary class, thank you for hosting it. Very helpful to help understand all that stuff. Okay. And had a great futures first trade on Monday afternoon. Looking at the calendar tomorrow night, we got another one coming, don't we? Yep. I love teaching futures. Mike said, thanks to the entire team, the anniversary class was great. Nonstop information. There you go. Already lining up to want me to put it out again. Now, on July the 29th and 30th, I've got a special class slated. It's on the schedule. I'm going to do it. This class is sort of an all of the above type class. And I did it a special way because I'm going to combine stocks. Notice that date, very important date. I'm going to combine options, and I'm going to combine futures inside this class. What do you think of that? Well, it got people's attention Friday. They jumped all over it when I told them my idea tonight. We got a big crowd here. I hope you jump all over it too. I'll cover stock options, and I'll add futures training in here also. I think you're going to be so shocked when I give you choices of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, depending on your own ability and your current education. But I will teach you, I think, some pretty neat things. That's July the 29th and 30th. Circle it. It'll be online only. A mid-year strategy. This is when I lock in what we discover for the first half of the year, and we nail down our look, okay? Our look for the rest of the year. I think it's going to be a good time. Will be had by all. If you're there, you don't want to miss it. Using the roadmap and MTI, I'll show you how I use it during this class. How to do that to manage the 24-hour market. In 24-hour market, speaking of that, I was ahead of myself about 20-something years ago. I said it was coming. Now it's here. You know, they start trading stock at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. Are y'all aware of that? They're trading stock right now. Yep. Makes it important. I'll focus on using Seven Sisters to find trades. Notice how to tie Seven Sisters and everything I do. I tie it into Sunday night. I tie it into Connect the Dots. I tie it in this new newsletter I'm putting. This is the way I analyze and find great opportunities. We'll teach it during this class. Primary setup with the roadmap software, and I'll show you how I have things set up. People in the class this week said that no one had ever showed them that, and some of them have been with me a couple of years. I will show you during this class how I use it. Well, I'll get it fixed in a second here. There we go. Finding those trades where the odds are in your favor is the key, isn't it? Well, you better learn how, because I'm going to teach you. The primary setup that I use with the roadmap to get the most and fit your style of trading, whether it's short term, swing, or long term. I'll show you what to do or how I do it. There's what it looks like. It's beautiful. it keeps track of everything. While I'm doing this, I can look up there and glance, find out what the market's doing, where opportunities are happening just as I'm talking. Then MTI by DTI, I've really had my eyes open just how great a tool this was this week with my small class. Those white lines, whether it be long, short, or out. See this above those two lines, and one should be long that. That's just the way it works. The MTI Opportunity Scanner is even better than I thought when you look at it, because it allows you to find great ideas. I went through this weekend, I got, I think, 17 candidates of things I might trade. Now I got to see if they set up, but I got 17 candidates going into this week. Also, how to set your risks that you're going to take, and the reward you're going to take, and what is your accuracy rate. That's what the scanner looks like on Thinkorswim, the opportunity scanner. You can see right there, it's got Tesla, what a call there, huh? Tesla was up $30 from Wednesday to Friday. That was a heck of a move. Had a little bit of that. Yep, this is very key to making sure opportunities don't run away from you, Different strategies allow you to take advantage. There's a lot of strategies, but there's only, if you simplify it the way I do it, I think it's going to help whether the market goes up or down. I also teach how to short-term trade some of my favorite tickers, the QQQ, the SPY, the TQQ, the SQQ, the XSP, just to name a few. Then you get into stocks like Tesla, Berkshire, NVIDIA, and many more stocks that you can set up using these techniques. They're hot, and they'll pay you if you know when to get in and when to get out. Utility stocks. I want to spend some time on utility stocks. I do it every summer just to make sure people don't forget the old utility sector. This is I showed people about, I guess it's 2022 when the market was so bad. I said, the 5-year return from every one of these is over 100+%. Y'all remember me showing you that in that class we had in the summer that time? It was summer of 2022, right? It might have been September, but I showed people, I said, look at these utility stocks. They're slow, but they get there. Yeah, it was great. I'll try to pull out what I showed people then, compare it to today to give you an idea of the power of the utility sector. It's a unique opportunity. And if you sign up for this, so here's what I'm going to do. If you sign up for this, and it starts tonight, send an email to tg@dtitrader.com with topics other than what I'm going to cover that you want me to cover. Okay? That's tg@dtitrader. Send an email. If you're already signed up, go in and send any suggestions you want me to cover, because I got to line it up, because we're going to be very organized as we do it. Now, I have a special bonus included in tonight's price, 3 months access to my Futures First education. This here is your funding source. If you're already a Futures First member and buy this, you'll get 3 additional months to your subscription added on if you're already a Futures First. So everybody's taken care of here. Get signed up. Get that 3 months, get in there, be there tomorrow night. Go through the training I tell you to go and trade with us. As I said, it's very powerful with what I'm doing in there, and I think you'll see it's not overly complicated the way I teach it. We'll meet each Monday at 7 p.m., so there's no time to lose here. We got to be there and ready to go by 7 o'clock. If you procrastinate, don't get signed up, you won't be there tomorrow night. You'll be listening to everybody's love letter they're writing. You'll be sort of left out. Now, the next lesson is how to use this tasty trade bracket on futures. I think, by the way, if you're new to futures trading, this is the best platform to go with. You can set up your futures trade, tells you how much you're going to win, how much you're going to lose on the numbers that I give you. And that's what most people that are new are doing. That's how Jennifer made 50%. So what we do is we'll set it up together, we'll teach it together, and show you just how it is. The reason I picked Monday night for futures is because after I see Monday's day, see the night's trading, I have a pretty good feel for what is moving out of those seven sisters and how to play it. Then I direct you to the lessons with the curriculum we got, and you can go through it. You'll get access to our Telegram channel room where I post these alerts. Now, based on the numbers that people say, Kevin made, I don't know how big he's trading, but he picked up like $9,000. There's a lot of value here, what I'm doing, okay? And we'll do both of them. You know, Thinkorswim's got a bracket order. It's not as easy to understand as the one in tastytrade. That's why for new futures traders, I try to steer it over there. Now, here's a little comment. Had two pops on his futures trade, didn't put up more than $200 from the previous Monday, and he's never traded futures in his life. How many does that apply to that's here? Learn what I'm teaching. Learn what I'm teaching. You hear what he says? I can teach you this. It'll open your eyes to the possibility. And guess what? There's no pattern day trade rule in futures. You get a tax advantage trading futures, 60-40. I don't know if you're aware of that. Okay? That's just the way it is. No, you don't, Dinosaur. You got to buy this class to get it. Now, there's the price. We're going to go to the 24-hour market. We're going to explore the Seven Sisters market. We're going to trade these strategies. We're going to utilize utility stocks in trading. And a special bonus, you get 3 months of futures training. I have to do it this way if I'm going to trade futures during this class. I have to train you where you get some value out of it. $9.97, very simple. If you're a member of Futures First, you get 3 months at it. If you're new, you get into Futures First and you use that next 3 months. Okay? That's more than fair. Now, why did I choose these days? Well, it's the mid-year. You heard what I've been saying about the market. I think we got to be together. I'm going to be together with you for 2 whole days, July 29th and 30th. That's why I chose these dates. If you attend it, is there opportunity live? I can't be in front of you without doing live trading. I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. Yes, we'll do live trading. Now, for the next 3 months, you get access to our world-class futures trading. That's part of the ticket price. If you're new to options, I'll also give you an option course showing you how to navigate these strategies. There's the strategy. There it is. Folks, get signed up. We'll check our hand. We have a futures training class tomorrow at 2. I'm doing that for a reason, by the way. Okay. And then I've got one at 7, the big one. Any questions about this? I want to help everybody be part of it. I've told Kelly Barber and I told Jeffrey Ondraka, if you call them, they'll work with you if you need some help. They'll be glad to work with you, okay? So I laid it out. I'm doing it. But it doesn't start July 29th and 30th. It starts tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, okay? Any questions other than if you're signing up or not? I can give you the Astro, I can give you, if you sign up, the audio version. Adam can post that in there. Give it to everybody, Adam. I'll give them the audio version of my first book. It's going to be fun if I get enough people do this and see what I've been talking about to help you. Nobody's beyond help. No one. Dinosaur, post your number in here. I'll be glad to call you tomorrow and help you. Post your number in here. Put your number down, you type it in here. I'll call you tomorrow from area code 251. Why not I do that? Because I want to help you. I want to help anybody here to get the value of what we're doing. You saw what Roger did. Peter was here. Hey, our oldest student, Alfonso, did it. Oh, Alfonso. Alfonso, you here tonight? Peter, you here? Roger, you here? Just checking. They were in my class this weekend. Alfonso's here. Alfonso, they're asking how old you are. Is it okay to tell them? Kevin said, I just took last week's scholarship and now I'm a member of the mid-year strategy master. I got to give Adam credit. Adam said to me, let me tell you what he said. He said, Tom, I've watched you trade futures for so many years, so many years. He said, I know if they got to see you do it, they would be like I was. And I said, well, let's add it, but we got to figure out a way to do it because I got a full-fledged program at Futures First. So this is what I came up with to do it. So $9.97, you get it for 3 months. Alfonso's 92 years old, folks. Don't give up. He is as spry as a spring chicken. Yeah, Tim, call Kelly. She'll handle that for you. I'll be glad to work with you. Yeah. That ought to tell you something. Just, Alfonso, could you keep up with me? As I was teaching, I taught a little futures this week. Actually, Alfonso, Roger, and Peter traded my account and they made me money because I showed them how the process works. I thought that was pretty good. It totaled about $600. They paid me for coming. Alfonso says, yes, sir. He's married to a young chicken. Connie, she's 72. Had fun, didn't we, Alfonso? Alfonso just decided he could come back again. No, but Adam Mallory gave me this idea, and he was absolutely right. And folks, every Monday night we're going to get together, and I will come in on Thursday nights sometimes too, if the market sets up. Now, I'm not counting, and I'm not making any promises, okay? But isn't Thursday, May 1st? That might be a hidden bonus here. That's okay. We'll help you. You were smart. You were smart. May Day. Now, that's an old wives' tale. If you look at the numbers, sometimes May's a strong month. Years ago, it was that way. Years ago, it was that way. Right. So here's what's happening tonight in the market. It's correcting. Don't jump to conclusions. Tomorrow morning, starting with the sunrise signal, things start shake, rattle, and roll. Stocks like Southern Company, stuff like that, Mike. Yes. Yeah, Jennifer, you can do that. Why don't you call Andraka at DTI Trader, send him an email, or Barbara at DTI Trader. They'll handle that for you. Absolutely. How's that? I'm here to get everybody included. Get included on this. Do not be left out. Talk to Barbara at DTI Trader, or talk to Andraka at DTI Trader. They'll help you. I'm not going to leave anybody behind. This is a chance for everybody here to learn this the right way over the next 3 months and finish up with the mid-year strategy. Yeah, everything's a little corrected tonight if you look at it. The only thing that's got a little bid is bonds. Bonds have a bid. Gold's correcting. E-mini, NASDAQ's correcting. Crude's spinning. Silver's spinning. Everything's correcting. Steve, Monday's typically a watch day, but sometimes late in the day I will put trades on. Think about this. I believe we're going to go up and challenge the S&P opening for the month. That's 56.44. Write this down. 56.44. We're trading 55.26. That's 120 S&P points. So the question I pose is, how are we going to get 120 S&P points higher? Well, guess what? You only got 3 days to do it. So it's got to happen. It's got to happen pretty soon. 56.44. 56.44. So maybe it corrects tonight. Buyer step in tomorrow. We'll get a big run. You know, we got good probabilities. We'll see. But I think we're going to see that 56.44 number. Okay. Y'all remember me told you I told you the cash had to go to 55.71 minimum. It's about 40 points off. So you got some pulls here. Pull up. And it's got to reappear at some point. I think it's tomorrow. Folks, I'm excited to be with everybody. It's going to be with me on my mid-year strategy. We start tomorrow night at 7. May's coming. But let's finish up April with a smile on our face. A lot of opportunities. BitTo was a good one for the month. Boy, that was a good one. Tesla was a good one. Berkshire was a good one. Just to name some of the stocks. All right, thank you. Get signed up. I will be back tomorrow. You know my schedule. Have a good night. Get some sleep. It's watch and write the numbers. Contact Andraka at DTI Trader or Barbara at DTI Trader if you need any questions answered to be part of this class. All right, that's it. I'll see y'all.